Hello guys, TabHD here and welcome back to another video. Now if you've seen any of my videos before, you might recognise this. This is a Cooler Master HAF X with an i5 2500K and two GTX 760s in SLI. This is a pretty cool computer. I promised probably nearly a year ago that I was going to do more things with this, but I never did. But I am going to start doing things with this very soon, so you can look forward to that. But this is probably my favourite PC case of all time. It's massive, but it just looks really cool and it's got loads of good features. So I went out and I bought another one. So let me bring that into frame. Let me wheel it in because it does have wheels. And here it is, my second Cooler Master HAF X. So here they both are. This is the one I've had for a few years. This is my new one. I've actually had this since about July. I just haven't done anything with it. It was really dirty, so I did clean it, but now it's all dirty again. So I cleaned it, but then didn't really do anything with it. I've not fiddled with any of the things that are inside it. It's just an empty case, but it did come with some extra fans and also an optical drive and a fan controller. So hopefully these can make their way over to this one in a future video. But today we're not going to be focusing on my existing one. We're just going to be taking a look at this one, and hopefully we can salvage some bits from it to maybe make this one better, or maybe if this one is good enough I can build another computer in here at some point. Alright, so I've now moved my other one out of the way so we can take a look at this one. It's actually in very good condition. I've paid £30 for this, which is very reasonable. I think when these were new they were like 250 or something like that. So paying so little for one is pretty decent. I think these are kind of coming back into fashion a bit now, so I'm glad I've got one while it was cheap. Of course it's got the sliding panel on the top with the power button, fan LED and reset button there. I've always liked that. Very satisfying. On the front we have two USB 3s, an eSATA, FireWire, two USB 2s, as well as audio in and out. Then the main feature, the reason why I like these so much, is because of all the expansion bays. At the bottom we have two hard drive caddies, which is pretty cool, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 just standard 5¼ inch expansion bays. In the top one here we have a fan controller. Let's see if I can get it out. It's not screwed in, so I should be able to. Maybe if I take the optical drive out first. Yeah, there we go. So this is a Cooler Master AeroGate 1. Can't say I've ever heard of it before, but it does look quite cool. It is silver. I'd have preferred a black one just because it would blend in a bit more, but this would help give a sort of mid-2000s aesthetic. I'm not sure what year this is from, but it does kind of look quite old. Hopefully this works. We are going to test it today, so hopefully this will work, and I will put it in my 2500K machine because I did want a fan controller for that, and I think it will look cool in the front of the machine. So it can do 4 fans, and there's also a colour button up here. I'm not sure if this has LEDs in it or something. Hopefully it does, and hopefully they work, and hopefully there is a blue option because my whole aesthetic is blue. It's powered by Molex, and yeah, as I said, it can take 4 fans. These only have 2 pins in them, but it will accept 3-pin fans. Thankfully none of my fans are 4-pin, so this will work just fine. I think, yeah, this will look good in the front of my HAF X because I've got the dials on the NZXT Hue. Having more dials will just look cool too. So I'll leave this out because we will be testing that a little bit later. And we also got an optical drive with this. Now I wasn't too excited, but then I looked on the front. Hopefully that'll focus. You should be able to see that this is a LightScribe drive. Now I said previously in my plans video for my 2500K PC that I wanted to get a LightScribe drive, and well, this is a LightScribe drive. Hopefully it works. I don't think we'll test it today. Maybe we will, just to see if it reads a disc. I can't test its LightScribe capability because I don't have any compatible discs, but it is SATA based, which is good to see. So hopefully if this works, this can go in the 2500K PC. I have got an optical drive in there right now, but it doesn't seem to work. So this can just be a direct replacement for if this one does work. So I'm very happy about that. Now of course, because this came with those already in the expansion bays, I've now got a void where I don't have the replacement panels, but thankfully I do have some from my other one in the box that I've got all my accessories in, so I can put those in here if I want to, but for now I'm not really that bothered. If I pull the front off, you can see there's no fan in there. That's because I already unplugged all the fans when I was cleaning this, and they're all just sitting loose inside. So once we've taken a look around the entire outside, I will look at everything that is inside. So turning it around, this is in very good condition for its age and how much it cost. This side is nice and clean, although it is a bit dusty. On the back we have most of our expansion covers. We are missing two. I'm guessing it just had one dual slot graphics card in here at some point, but all the others are still intact. Other side, the window is in very respectable condition, not many scratches at all. There's some dirt that will wipe off, but nothing to write home about, which is very good to see. There's one screw holding this panel on, not sure where the rest have gone, don't know if it came with them, I can't actually remember. But let's take this panel off and let's look inside this thing. So before we actually take the thing out, I just want to point out the fact that this has 4 working wheels. When I got my other one, 2 of the wheels got smashed in shipping, and it was like something stupid like £10 each to get 2 replacement wheels, so I never did. So I've got this full case for £30 with all its wheels and all these fans and things. So for £30 I got all this, or for £20 I could have bought 2 replacement wheels. So I'm glad I did this and got all of this stuff. But now let's just take it out. Looks like we've got some of the dust filters there. We have fan number 1, quite yellow. I think this was a smoker's machine because it did smell pretty bad. This has a 2013 date code on it. It looks like a Cooler Master fan, so it might have come in this case when it was new. Looks to be an LED fan. What colour these will be, I'm not sure. If they're blue, then that'll be perfect. I can just put them straight into my PC. If they're not, then that'll kind of suck. This one's got a 2014 date stamp on it, but it looks to be an identical model. I'm guessing all these will be the same colour, so if one's like red, I'm guessing they all will be, so that will kind of suck, but oh well. This one has a 2011 date stamp on it, so this one is from another year. This one's also a slightly different design. It's got a thicker border on it, and there is one more in here. So this did indeed have a lot of fans in it, and this one is also a 2011 date code. This is one of the thinner ones again. Hopefully I can use these, because 200mm fans are incredibly rare to find now, and the ones that you do find are ridiculously priced, like 20 quid each. Don't really want to pay that amount, so if these are usable, that'll be good. This is the bit of air ducting that goes on the side panel for if you put a fan in the side. Here looks like we have a bag of extra screws, so that is nice. If I ever need some screws for my other one, I'm sure there'll be spares in here, so that will come in handy. More screws in here. These look like screws for fans, which is good to see. And finally we have loads of more screws. That's really impressive to see. It looks like everything has been kept for this, so it has been very well looked after. And here are all the front panel connectors just chilling in there, and there are a few more screws just hiding down at the bottom, which I will get out too. These are for the top fans, these extra long ones which I've just dropped, and here are some more short ones for like the side panel or something like that. So they can go inside this little bag with the rest, and I will keep these safe because you never know when they might come in handy. Now my other one's a little bit mangled on this side, and it is missing some of these quick release things, so this one is actually in better condition. We have all of our hard drive bays as well, which is good to see. Whatever that is, like a bit of Velcro, that's cool I guess, but I don't actually think there's anything else to see in here. Alright, so what we're going to do now is test both the fan controller and the fans at once. So I've got my built PC in the HAF X set up, plugged in the fan controller via Molex. Now I just need to plug in each fan to the fan controller, so this should be pretty simple. Just need to plug each one in, then I'll just turn the computer on, and hopefully if everything works they should just come on, and I should be able to change the speed of them by twiddling the dials. I'm guessing these fans were set up with this fan controller in the person's PC build in this case. So theoretically this should just work. So I'll sort of prop all the fans up, hopefully none of the wires get caught. So yeah, this should be okay. It looks a mess, but this should work. So I will turn on the computer. There we go, and the fans are coming on, and the fans are red, which kind of sucks. I wanted blue, but oh well. But the fan controller is lighting up. Not too sure if you'll be able to see that just because of how bright my lights are, but yeah, should be able to see that. But can I change the colour? Yes, I can. I can set it to blue. That is good. Let's try changing the speed. Yeah, one of those is definitely going faster. Let me turn them all down to the lowest. I'm not exactly sure which one I've plugged into which one, but turning number 1 all the way up is making one go faster. Let me do the next one. Okay, so number 2 doesn't seem to go any faster. It seems to just be changing the brightness of the fan. Yeah, so it looks like as I'm changing this, it's changing the brightness as well. I guess that makes sense because all I'm doing is changing the voltage. So number 1 is that one at the end, it would seem. Let me turn that one off. Try number 2 again. Yeah, number 2 is changing. The speed isn't changing, just the colour is dimming a bit, so that's a bit odd. Let's try number 3. Not sure. Number 4 is that one. That one's going faster. I'm guessing maybe some of these fans are just a bit awkward. But yeah, it looks like this fan controller is working and it does light up blue, so that is cool. Alright, so I've booted up the 2500K machine and I've plugged in the new optical drive. So let's see if this thing works. I've got a disc here, it's got some old German commercial music on it or something like that, I think. So hopefully this should just load up, although it was making kind of a weird noise. But let's see if anything happens up there. And yeah, it's playing just fine, so that's cool. It looks like we have a working drive. Of course I can't test the light scribe capabilities right now, but I will buy some discs at some point, so hopefully we can do some light scribing. But yeah, it's playing. I'm very happy with that because I didn't have a working optical drive before. For some reason that one doesn't work anymore, so that's definitely cool to now have this one that is working, and it's a very cool drive anyway. While yes, I'm happy with that, the power supply in this machine seems to be making a funny noise. I should probably turn this thing off. It's like sort of making hissy noises. Don't think it should be doing that, so yeah, I'm going to turn this off before it explodes. That will need investigation. Alright, so that is now going to be it for this video. We've managed to get working fans. Yes, they're the wrong colour, but I'm sure I can sell those. There'll be someone out there who's after some 200mm fans. I'm sure, just kind of ashamed they are not the colour I want. Although I have got a fan controller out of this, it seems to be working, and it does indeed go blue, so that will be going in the 2500K machine at some point. Sure, there'll be a video about that soon. And of course I've got a full extra HAF X, which is in very good condition. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm not too sure. I will be keeping it. Maybe I'll just use it for parts for my other one, or maybe there will be another build in this computer case at some point. I guess that is something to wait and see about. And of course I got all those screws as well. I was missing quite a lot of screws from my other one, so it's nice that I now have some spares. So yeah, that is pretty much now going to be it for this video. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this was interesting in some way. Hopefully you like these cases as much as I do. They just look cool, they've got great expansion. Yeah, they're just really nice cases and I like them very much. So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be to do with my other HAF X computer. So I will see you then. Goodbye.